Hello everyone, my name is Toluwalope Downsi and welcome to 11 Plus for Success. Today I'll be teaching you some additions. So we're going to start with 2 digits add 3 digits as well as 3 digits add 4 digits in 11 Plus. So let's go. We're going to start with this question, which is number 1, 157 add 73. Usually you have different addition stages. So you have times when you've been told to do 2 add 2, that's 1 digit add 1 digit, and then you move on to 10 add 2, for instance, okay, which is 2 digits add 1 digit, and then you move on to 100, for instance, add 2, which is 3 add digits add 3 digits add 1 digit, and then that goes on to like millions. And then we go on to the next stage, which is 2 digits 2 digits add 2 digits. So like, for instance, 22 add 22, or you have something like 3 digits add 2 digits, which is where we are right now. So you have, for instance, 322 add 22. Okay, also when it comes to adding 3 digits to 2 digits, we have times when there is a remainder and where we have times when there are no remainders. Okay, so times where there are remainders and times where there are no remainders. But today, especially for the purpose of 11 plus, we'll be having some remainders. And usually again, when you want to start adding, you start from behind or from the front, whichever way you see it. Now, if you start from here, if you start from this side, what usually happens is this: if you have a remainder and if you have a remainder from here and you go and add from here, your answer is definitely going to be wrong. So maybe we should give it a try and then we'll come and work out the correct one. So let's go. 1 add 0, of course, because there is, so I can just put a placeholder here because there's really nothing here. So 1 add 0 is 1. 5 add 7 is 12. My question is, where would I put my 1? And then the next one, 7 add 3 is 10. And then obviously again I put a 0, so I've left 2 remainders out, and if I continue that way, my answer is going to be totally wrong. Now let's look at it from the mental sums aspect. If I add 150 to 70, first let's add 150 to 50. Okay, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. That is counting in tens. So alone, that gives me a clue that my answer is wrong. And that's why it's very tricky when you add from the left side. It's better to always add from the right side. So we're gonna put a cross on that as a no, and then we're gonna write the proper one here: 157 add 73. So let's go. 7 add 3 is, of course, 10. But what we'll do, we'll pick 0, and we have a remainder 1 here. And then we move on to the next stage, which is the one in the middle. And then we'll say 5 add 7, which is 12. Add 1. Don't ever forget your remainder, because that can make everything go wrong. So 5 add 7 is 12. 12 add 1 is 13. And I put my 13 there. Of course, remainder 1. Now, notice where I place my remainders. I place it directly opposite, or directly opposite where I'm going, the next addition stage. Okay, because if I place it anywhere else, that can really affect my addition. So I decide to place it underneath the next column that I'm going to add. Okay, so I'm going to go 1, of course, at 0 because there's nothing here, which is 1. And then I add my remainder here, remainder 1, making 2. So my new answer is now 230. Hope you got that and hope you enjoyed this session. I can also give you some work to do. feel free to give it a try and then see how you feel from there, if it's going to be easy for you. Okay, so we have 234 add 48, and then I better switch that off quickly before any other one comes on. Okay, that's better. Okay, then we have another one, which is 337 add 52. We have 484 add 77. Okay, do your best in trying to work this out, finding your remainders, and tell me your answers in the comments. Hope you got it right. Another way that this addition is presented in 11 plus is usually not in this column method. It depends on the exam you're going to be attending. It depends on the one you're doing. But if you're sitting for instance the CSSC one, and you would have it written in this format. Let's say 232 add 47. 232 add 47. I'm going to move us to the next stage so that we can actually get this added together. We're going to do some trials and errors here. Okay, so 232 add 47. Okay, now don't forget that in an examination condition, you're meant to work faster. Okay, get your answer faster and move on to the next stage, especially with this addition. So you can actually, if you position in your mind, I'll just put a note here. If you position in your mind that, look the way I'm going to write it here, 232 add 47, that 2 and 7, they will come together. So it's going to be 2 and 7, 4 and 3, and of course there is an invisible 0 here which goes on to 2. So again, we said start from the right hand. So in this case, you will start from the very last digits, the very last digit, or the very last 2 digits on the right. So I can easily say 7 add 2 equals 9, 4 add 3 equals 7, okay, and 2 add 0 equals 2. Okay, and we can always test that here. 2 add 7, 9, 4 add 3, 7, and 2, which is 279. Now I'm going to try and do one where you actually have a remainder. Okay, so you can see how that works. So we're going to say 256 add 87. Okay, so again, last digits to each other, then the second digit to the next. There's an invisible 0 here that goes there. Okay, so we're gonna say 7 add 6 equals 13. Okay, now don't forget, when you're writing, don't make a mistake of writing your answer from here. Always give a space and write your answers from the right hand or from the back. Okay, so 6 add 7 is 13, and I put a 3 there. Remainder 1. You can actually put your 1 under here. Okay, you can just put your 1 at the top of the next digit, next set of digits that you're going to work on, so that we can then say 5 add 8 is 13. 13 add 1 is 14. And again, what do I put down? A 4, remainder 1. Of course, going to the very last set of digits, 2 add 0 is 0. Sorry, no, I beg your pardon. 2 I was thinking actually 2 times 0. No, 2 add 0 is 2. Okay, don't forget your remainder. Remainder 1. So therefore 2 add 1 is 3, and therefore that is your new answer. Okay, so you could do that in the exam if you are used to it. if it's something you can grab quickly, because don't forget that you'll be working under strict time conditions, okay, serious time rules, and that's why you have to determine what works for you and can help you to do your calculations faster. Okay, again, I'm going to give you some questions to work using that pattern. Okay, so we can have 348 add 87. Oh no, I did it the wrong way now. So I'm going to do it again. Number 1, 348 add 87 equals number 2, 289 add 43, and number 3, 442 add 78 equals number 4, 847 add 25 equals, and the very last one is 667 add 67. Okay, again, do your workings, find out what you get, and you can also put your answers in the comments box. Hope you have enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Talk to you next time.